Today on Pro Church Daily, we're talking about how to get more 5-star online reviews for your church.
Well, hey there, and welcome to Pro Church Daily, the show where in 10 minutes or less, you'll get your daily dose of tips and tactics to help your church share the message of Jesus while we navigate the biggest communication shift we've seen in the last 500 years. I'm your host, Alex Mills. I'm joined as always by the boss man. It's Brady Shearer, and today we're talking about how to get more 5-star reviews for your church.
Online reviews are one of the most important elements of online social proof. And the main reason for this is that they are plastered everywhere. So for instance, if you go online and search for your church's name, on that first page of Google, there will be several different parts of that real estate where reviews for your church coming from both Google and Facebook are appearing. So for instance, if you go to Google and type your church's name, let's say Hope Church, and your church comes up, just within the Google My Business profile, that element, which is kind of on the sidebar, the right-hand side of the Google result, it's kind of a full column all to itself. It's your Google My Business profile. Fill it out if you haven't already. Within that profile, you are going to see a star rating out of 5 that pulls from Google reviews. You're going to see a star rating number, let's say 4.9 out of 5, for Facebook reviews. And within that same column, Google My Business profile will also pull actual written excerpts from these reviews. So something like, I love this church. I felt at home for the first time. That'll get pulled in. Okay. And this is why you need more and more reviews, because we use reviews to such a great extent when we're searching online for products, for businesses, for organizations, for orthodontists, and for churches. Really, orthodontists and churches are the only ones that we use reviews for. Of course, we use reviews for everything. So the big question is, how do we get more reviews for our church? And the reason this is important is because there will come a time when you get a 1-star review. It's really out of your control. Eventually, it's going to happen. For instance, we got our first 1-star review on the Pro Church Tools Facebook page. And it was a little bit of a mix-up. Somebody was angry, and they didn't really have a reason to be angry. I went in and responded and explain what was happening so that when someone lands on the page, they will see my response to this upset individual. It's not much that you can do about it. The great thing is that 1-star review is one out of, let's say, 100 5-star reviews. So how do you get more online reviews for your church? Here is the process that I like to follow. First, what you want to do is you want to create an incentive. It's one thing to ask your congregation to go to these two platforms, Google and Facebook. That's really where you want the reviews most, where they're most valuable. It's one thing to just ask from an announcement. Not many people will do it. If you really want to see traction, if you really want to see 50, 100, 200, depending on the size of your church, reviews roll in a single week or month, you need to have an incentive. I would recommend getting a gift card. Let's say it's $100 to a local favorite restaurant. That favorite restaurant that everybody likes. Maybe you could do it to a local cafe that everybody likes, the pizza place everyone goes to, the Mexican spa, whatever. And make it substantial. Make it like $100. That is going to be well worth, when it comes to the return you get with the reviews, well worth the price. And then say, we are going to give this away to someone in the church, and the only way to be eligible to win this gift card is you need to leave a review for the church on both Facebook and Google. These reviews have names attached when they are left, so you can go through, host it for a week, a month, whatever timeline you think is best, and then go in, choose someone that left a positive review in that month for both Google and Facebook, and give that person the gift card. You will get dozens of reviews in the process, and it's a great way to boost your reviews so that when that 1-star review does come, if it hasn't already, it gets drowned out by all the positivity.
Yeah, that's smart. And there's something about having, it's interesting online, like, it's pretty rare that somebody who visits our church for the first time leaves a review, and I think that's because we don't have an online presence as far as reviews go. Like, we don't have a lot of reviews of our church because I haven't followed these steps personally yet. But there's something about it. Like, when you see a bunch of reviews for a place, it seems like when you're a visitor, you're more prone to leave a review. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why we do that as humans, but that's definitely a thing. If there's a list of reviews there, whether they're people from your church or not, when a visitor does come to your church and actually does have feedback, I feel like they'll be more prone to actually leave that feedback there when they see that other people have done the same thing.
Well, and that's a good point too. If you're a church that's smaller, like the average church is, 80% or more, smaller than 250, it could be a place where you have 0 reviews, which is even worse than having a couple of negative reviews because it's like, yeah, this church is so irrelevant that
Of course.
they don't have any reviews at all. And so this is one great way to get a good amount of reviews if you're just starting out or if you don't have any already. There is another option, one that I've used in the past when it comes to getting reviews, and this is to use an anniversary, a special date, as kind of like a special day that everyone rallies around to give reviews. So I did this last year for my birthday. I think I did it for the last 2 years. What I did was on my birthday, April the 6th, I sent out an email, both my 25th and 26th birthday, to Pro Church Nation saying, hey, it's my birthday. I'd love if you got me a birthday present. It would mean the world if you left a review for the Pro Church Podcast on Apple Podcasts,
That's awesome.
formerly known as iTunes. Go to prochurchpodcast.com and you can listen there, leave a review. And it was amazing. The incentive was just people wanted to give back on my birthday, and we got dozens of reviews, all 5 stars, just for that one simple email. I didn't even have to use an incentive. Now, to be fair, we have tens of thousands of people on this email list, so that may not work as well for you, but let's say you're having a 1-year anniversary
Of
at your
course,
church,
yeah.
a 10-year anniversary. You can use that same special moment and commemorate it by saying, hey, if you want to give to the church, give back. We'd love it if you leave a review. People are more likely to take action when it's a special occasion than they were on a regular old day.
That's really smart. And, it's just so interesting how much Google and Facebook power what we do and how we interact with our devices online. You and I were away this weekend, actually, for our trip for our birthdays. We share our birthday week.
Alex Brady birthday week.
Yeah, so we went to California and we were looking for a church. And so what I did was I didn't want to know all the churches in this area. I wanted to know a church that was close to where we were. And so I used Google Maps. Instead of using Google or Facebook, I used Google Maps and I just searched churches near me.
But you didn't go to the newspaper.
No. I didn't get the phone book.
You went online. Interesting.
Yeah, I grabbed my Google Maps, and when you open Google Maps, it and you see the church's names, it shows you their star rating. Yep. And like you said, if you see not even just a negative rating, like a 2 or 1, but if you see one that doesn't have any ratings at all,
or even 4 stars, like 4 stars.
Yeah, you find yourself scrolling by it because your brain tells you this is irrelevant. People aren't going here, or people aren't engaging with what's happening here. And so if you don't have any reviews online, my church is one of those. This is a great opportunity to get some social proof, which we've talked about at length. It's such a valuable form of feedback, so that people who are looking for your church are more prone to come visit you.
Before we hit record for this episode of Pro Church Daily, we were looking at espresso machines online. Yeah. And the first one I saw was like 5 stars on Amazon, had like a couple hundred reviews. I was like, that's great. And then Brandon sent me one, or no, you sent me one, and it had 4 stars. And I think if we had to choose, I would trust you over the star rating. But I was immediately like, 4 stars?
Yeah.
4 out of 5? You might as well have say this is going to like light me on fire when I use it. Like that's how apprehensive I am about a 4-star review. And so it's so important to get this social proof online. And just as a side note, this isn't related to reviews, but I did mention the Pro Church Podcast. We get a lot of questions. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to listen to the podcast, we have an audio version of Pro Church Daily every single day. If you prefer to be an audio listener rather than a video watcher, prochurchpodcast.com is the place to do that. Inversely, if you're listening to this and you prefer to see both Alex and mine's tanned, somewhat burnt faces from our trip to San Diego, you can watch Pro Church Daily every single day.
We got a website for that.
prochurchdaily.com. So, audio version, prochurchpodcast.com. Video version, prochurchdaily.com. And that'll do it for Pro Church Daily. Thanks for being a part, listening, or watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, thanks for watching today's episode of Pro Church Daily. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you never miss another video.
And if you like this episode, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.